You're late. I thought you were a professional.
Oh, you should relax. You'll live longer.
What is up, everybody? It's Justin Gaming here. So of course PlayStation Experience was just this weekend, and another big announcement that we got from Naughty Dog was Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now of course we know that Uncharted was going to come out with a single player DLC, and this was something of course that we'd never seen from the Uncharted franchise, so it was really cool to see that. But the rumor before the PlayStation Experience conference was that the DLC would feature Sam and Sully, and this was basically teased at the end of Uncharted 4. But it turns out that's not going to be the case. This is going to be a standalone adventure starring Chloe, Frazer, and Nadine Ross. So Nadine Ross, of course, from Uncharted 4, and Chloe Frazer from Uncharted 2 and 3. So Uncharted: The Lost Legacy takes place after the events of Uncharted 4. So of course we saw in Uncharted 4 Nadine had her huge army called Shoreline, but unfortunately of course we know that Nathan and Sam killed most of them, so Nadine Ross and Chloe Frazer are going to have to work without Nadine's army this time around. So yeah, I'm just going to give a quick summary of what the actual this story adventure is going to be about. So yeah, here we go. In order to recover a fabled ancient Indian artifact and keep it out of the hands of a ruthless war profiteer, Chloe Frazer must enlist the aid of renowned mercenary Nadine Ross from Uncharted 4 Thief's End. Together, they'll venture deep into the mountains of India in search of the legendary artifact. Along the way, they'll learn to work together to unearth the mystery of the artifact, fight their way through fierce opposition, and prevent the region from falling into chaos. So, yeah, basically, at the PlayStation conference, they started off right away with this Uncharted Lost Legacy gameplay demo. We got an 8-minute gameplay demo where we saw a woman. We didn't really know at the time who she was, but at the end it was revealed to be Chloe, of course, and we saw her with Nadine. So yeah, this story chapter is going to be set in India, and we'll dive into Hinduism and mythology tied to the region. And Chloe and Nadine are after an artifact called the Tusk of Ganesha. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, I'm not really too sure, but I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So anyways, they did talk about a bit about the different style of gameplay. So of course we're going to be playing as Chloe, and obviously since Chloe is a woman, she will have a different fighting style and personality as opposed to Nathan Drake that we're so used to from the other Uncharted games. So what they said is that Chloe will be less brawly and basically use the environment to help her take down enemies instead of Nathan Drake being all brawly and fist fighting and stuff like that. So yeah, it will be really cool to play as Chloe because Chloe was such a cool character that we got to know in Uncharted 2. And then in Uncharted 3, her role basically kind of went down the hill a bit because we didn't really get to see her. We only saw her in a few chapters before her and Charlie Cutter basically just left because the stakes were too high. So, and in Uncharted 4, of course, we didn't see her at all except for a small reference in Chapter 4 at Nate's home where we saw a letter from her. So, yeah, it is good to see Chloe back on the next-gen system. And yeah, and it's definitely good to see her star in her own game, of course. So, so I do want to quickly say one more thing. Of course, we knew that at first this was planned to be a DLC for Uncharted 4, but now it's ended up to be a standalone story for Uncharted. So yeah, of course this is going to be a standalone story starring Chloe, and it won't really have any connection to the other Uncharted games. What they have said about the gameplay time is that it will be longer than The Last of Us Left Behind, which is around 3 to 4 hours, but shorter than Uncharted 4. Now, of course, that's kind of obvious that it's going to be shorter than Uncharted 4 because Uncharted 4 was actually a really long game compared to the other Uncharteds, where it was, I would say, my first time playing it, I think it took me around 12 hours to beat the first Uncharted game. So yeah, I'm guessing right now this story adventure is going to be around 6 to 7 hours, which is actually not that bad at all because if you look at Uncharted Drake's Fortune, that game was probably like 7 or 8 hours at the time, which was actually quite good. So I feel like 6 to 7 hours for a story adventure that's starring Chloe and Nadine, and basically it's a side adventure. I still think 6 to 7 hours is a very nice nice amount of time to play this game, and I don't think this game will cost like a full price game, like, you know, like $80 Canadian or whatever, or like $60 American. But like, as of right now, I feel it will probably be around like $40, something like that. So yeah, that's basically all the information we got at PSX. So of course I am covering this game on my channel all the way up until its release, which will probably be sometime in summer of 2017. So yeah, make sure to subscribe for more information about this game. And yeah, with that, I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.